Austin, Texas, PRWEB, June 5, 2018. On February 28, 2018, STLR Acquisition 3, Inc., NASDAQ, STLR, announced that it entered into a definitive agreement to combine with Phunware. Phunware, a leading enterprise cloud platform for mobile that provides software, solutions, data and services for brands worldwide, announced that its subsidiary, PhunCoin, Inc., has launched an offering for a new token pursuant to Rule 506(c) of Regulation D as promulgated under the Securities Act of 1933. The PhunCoin ecosystem is intended to complement and accelerate Phunware's core business as an enterprise cloud platform for mobile. Phunware's 9 years of business-to-business leadership has provided seamlessly integrated enterprise software, hardware and data that enables brands to have more engaging, meaningful and loyal consumer connections and experiences in their mobile applications. This success has led the company to develop PhunCoin, an innovative business-to-consumer application of blockchain technology. Once operational, PhunCoin will enable brands to not only reward their consumers, but also to empower them to retake control of both their identity and their personal data. Expect that blockchain technology will enable us to deliver immutable solutions to brands and consumers that fiat currency could simply never achieve at our scale, said Phunware CEO and co-founder, Alan S. Nitovsky. Our ability to reach 1 in 10 mobile devices globally through our enterprise cloud platform for mobile will allow us to introduce PhunCoin first to thousands, and subsequently to millions, of people who likely have never owned a digital asset of any type in the past. As witnessed by recent congressional and parliamentary hearings both here in the United States and elsewhere, consumers, their identities and their data have long been used by corporations with little control or benefit to the individuals affected. However, with Phunware's scale and reach to more than 2.5 billion devices that have used its platform worldwide, including more than 1 billion unique active devices per month, the company believes that it will be well-positioned through PhunCoin to enable and enhance brand experiences globally. PhunCoin intends to reimagine how consumers control their identities, share their data and get compensated for providing their information using digital smart contracts on the blockchain through which consumers can control what they receive from brands in return. We look to invest in projects like PhunCoin that bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and real-world users, said Ari Paul, Chief Investment Officer and Managing Partner of BlockTower Capital. Launched in Austin in 2009, Phunware has attracted more than $100 million in traditional financing to date from institutional and corporate strategic investors including Cisco Investments, First Hand Technology Value Fund, Fraser McCombs Ventures, Khazanah Nasional Berhad, Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund, Maxima Ventures, PLDT Capital, Samsung Venture Investment Corporation, SVIC, Wavemaker Partners, Draper. Phunware is among the first of a new wave of large, late-stage private and public companies launching tokens for decentralized platforms, said David Seymour, co-founder and general partner of Wavemaker Genesis. This may mark the end of an era in crypto as it will be increasingly difficult for early crypto startups to compete with the global scale and resources of companies like Phunware. We were extremely excited to participate in Phunware's latest investment round and are even more excited to participate with its launch of PhunCoin. About Phunware, General. Phunware is the pioneer of multi-screen as a service (MaaS), a fully integrated suite of platform products, solutions and data that allows brands to engage, manage and monetize their anytime, anywhere mobile application users worldwide. Phunware helps the world's most respected brands create category-defining mobile experiences, with more than 1 billion active devices touching its platform each month. Pre-post merger. On February 28, 2018, Phunware announced its intent to go public through a merger with STLR Acquisition 3, Inc., NASDAQ, STLR, a publicly traded blank check company, and to use commercially reasonable efforts to launch PhunCoin. For more information about how Phunware is transforming the way consumers and brands interact with mobile in the virtual and physical worlds, visit http://www.phunware.com and follow @Phunware on all social media platforms. PhunCoin whitelist, https://complyapi.coinlist.co/PhunCoin/ Additional information about the private placement under Rule 506(c) of the rights to be offered by PhunCoin. This document does not constitute an offer to sell or the solicitation of an offer to purchase any securities of PhunCoin. The document is not intended for distribution to, or use by, any person or entity in any jurisdiction or country where such distribution or use would be contrary to local law or regulation. Any such offer or solicitation may only be made subject to completion of a token rights agreement and on the terms set forth in the ppm, which will contain material information not included herein and shall supersede, amend and supplement this document in its entirety. The securities will be subject to restrictions on transferability and resale. In particular, this document is not intended for distribution in the United States or for the account of U.S. residents, except to persons who are accredited investors, as defined in Rule 501(a) under the Securities Act. Investors should have the financial ability and willingness to accept the financial and risk characteristics of an investment in the rights. Additional information about the merger transaction between Phunware and STLR and where to find it. STLR has filed with the SEC a registration statement on Form S-4 with a proxy statement containing information about the proposed transaction and the respective businesses of Phunware and STLR. STLR will mail a final prospectus and definitive proxy statement and other relevant documents after the SEC completes its review. STLR and Phunware shareholders are urged to read the preliminary prospectus and proxy statement and any amendments thereto in the final prospectus and definitive proxy statement in connection with the solicitation of proxies for the special meetings to be held to approve the proposed transaction, because these documents will contain important information about STLR, Phunware and the proposed transaction. The final prospectus and definitive proxy statement will be mailed to shareholders of STLR and Phunware of a record date to be established for voting on the proposed transaction. Shareholders will also be able to obtain a free copy of the proxy statement, as well as other filings containing information about STLR, without charge, at the SEC's website http://www.sec.gov or by calling 1-800-SEC-0330. Copies of the proxy statement and other filings with the SEC can also be obtained without charge by directing a request to STLR Acquisition 3 Inc., 90 Kaifishes Avenue, Marousi 15125 Athens, Greece. Additionally, all documents filed with the SEC can be found on STLR's website http://www.stellaracquisition.com. About STLR. STLR is a Republic of Marshall Islands blank check company, also commonly referred to as a Special Purpose Acquisition Company, or SPAC, formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, asset acquisition or other business combination with one or more businesses or entities. STLR's units, shares of common stock and warrants are currently listed on the NASDAQ capital market under the symbols STLRU, STLR, and STLRW, respectively. Participants in the merger proxy solicitation, STLR, Phunware and their respective directors and executive officers and other persons may be deemed to be participants in the solicitations of proxies from STLR's shareholders in respect of the proposed transaction. Information regarding STLR's directors and executive officers is available in its annual report on Form 10-K filed with the SEC. Additional information regarding the participants in the proxy solicitation and a description of their direct and indirect interests will be contained in the proxy statement when it becomes available. No offer or solicitation. This communication shall not constitute an offer to sell or the solicitation of an offer to buy any securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which the offer, solicitation or sale would be unlawful prior to the registration or qualification under the securities laws of any such jurisdiction. No offering of securities of STLR or Phunware shall be made except by means of a prospectus meeting the requirements of Section 10 of the Securities Act of 1933, as amended. Cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements. Some of the statements in this release and in presentations by Stellar's management relating to the matters described herein are or may constitute forward-looking statements. Words such as believe, expect, anticipate, project, target, optimistic, intend, aim, will, may, and variations and similar words and expressions are intended to identify such forward-looking statements, but the absence of these words does not mean that a statement is not forward-looking. Forward-looking statements relating to the proposed transaction and the SEC registration statement and proxy voting process, as well as the combined company's post-closing activities, include, but are not limited to, a. Statements about the benefits of the transaction involving Stellar and Phunware, including future financial and operating results, e. Stellar's and Phunware's plans, objectives, expectations and intentions, including with respect to the future token sale and the use of proceeds from Stellar's trust account, e. The expected timing of completion of the transaction and the SEC registration statement and proxy voting process, and iv. Other statements relating to the transaction, the SEC registration statement and proxy voting process and the combined company's post-closing activities that are not historical facts. Forward-looking statements involve estimates, expectations and projections and, as a result, are subject to risks and uncertainties. Actual results could differ materially if not substantially from those described in the forward-looking statements. Important risks and other factors could cause actual results to differ materially from those indicated by such forward-looking statements. With respect to the transaction, the SEC registration statement and proxy voting process and the combined company's post-closing activities, such risks and uncertainties include, among many others, a. The risks associated with Stellar's SEC registration statement and proxy voting process, including uncertainty regarding the foregoing listing of risks is not exhaustive. These risks, as well as other risks associated with the transaction, will be more fully discussed in Stellar's registration statement to be filed with the SEC in connection with the transaction. Additional risks and uncertainties are identified and discussed in Stellar's reports filed or to be filed with the SEC and available at the SEC's website at http://www.sec.gov. Forward-looking statements included in this press release speak only as of the date of this press release. Stellar undertakes and assumes no obligation, and does not intend, to update Stellar's forward-looking statements, except as required by law.